Welcome to GlocalBuzz. Several celebrities have undergone paternity tests to confirm or refute claims about their biological relationships with children. Here are some notable examples based on widely reported cases. Before moving forward, don't forget to press the subscribe button. Now back to the list. 1. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy underwent a paternity test in 2007 following a dispute with Melanie Brown, a former member of the Spice Girls. The two had a brief romantic relationship in 2006, and after their split, Brown announced she was pregnant, claiming Murphy was the father of her unborn child. Murphy initially questioned the paternity, but a DNA test in 2007 confirmed that he was the father of their daughter, Angel Iris Murphy Brown. Following the test, Murphy acknowledged paternity and agreed to pay child support, reportedly set at $35,000 per month. Over time, he also developed a relationship with Angel. 2. Steve Jobs. In 1978, Steve Jobs' high school girlfriend, Chris Ann Brennan, gave birth to their daughter, Lisa Nicole Brennan Jobs. Jobs denied paternity for 2 years, even claiming in court documents that he was sterile and infertile and thus incapable of fathering a child. The court orders a DNA test, which proved he was the father. The court then ordered him to pay child support and cover Lisa's medical insurance until she was 18. Jobs, who questioned the DNA results for years, reconciled with Lisa by the late 1980s and acknowledged her as his daughter. She lived with him during her teenage years, and he expressed regret for his earlier absence before his death in 2011. 3. Jude Law. Following a brief fling with model Samantha Burke in 2008, while Jude Law was filming Sherlock Holmes in New York, Burke gave birth to a daughter, Sophia. Law requested a paternity test, which revealed he was the biological father. Following the confirmation, Law accepted responsibility, providing financial support for Sophia, though he did not pursue a relationship with Burke. 4. Keanu Reeves. In 2009, a woman named Karen Sala sued Reeves, alleging that he was the father of her 4 adult children. She claimed he had used hypnosis and impersonated her ex-husband to impregnate her, seeking $3 million per month in spousal support and $150,000 per month in retroactive child support. Reeves underwent a DNA test, which conclusively proved he was not the father, and the case was dismissed. 5. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger has undergone paternity tests in several high-profile cases due to claims made against him over the years. One notable instance occurred in the early 1970s with Marsha Hunt, an American actress and singer. Hunt gave birth to Jagger's first child, Karis, on November 4, 1970. Jagger initially denied paternity, leading Hunt to file a paternity suit in 1973. After a legal battle that lasted several years, a DNA test confirmed Jagger as the father in 1979, and he was ordered to pay child support. Their relationship has since improved, and Jagger has become close to Karis. Another significant case involved Brazilian model and TV host Luciana Jimenez Mourad. In 1999, Jimenez gave birth to a son, Lucas Maurice Mourad Jagger, and claimed Jagger was the father. Jagger, who was still in a relationship with Jerry Hall at the time, demanded a DNA test. The test confirmed his paternity, contributing to the end of his long-term partnership with Hall. In March 2000, Jagger testified via telephone from London to a New York family court, formally acknowledging Lucas as his son. He was ordered to pay $10,000 per month in temporary child support. 6. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber underwent a paternity test in 2011 following allegations from Mariah Yeater, a 20-year-old woman who claimed he fathered her child. Yeater filed a paternity lawsuit, asserting that Bieber, then 17, had impregnated her after a brief encounter following a concert in Los Angeles in October 2010. She claimed the child, Tristan Anthony Markhouse Yeater, born in July 2011, was his, and sought child support. Bieber denied the allegations, stating he had never met Yeater and calling the claims false. To address the situation definitively, he voluntarily took a DNA test on November 18, 2011, in New Jersey. Yeater dropped her lawsuit shortly before the test, on November 17, 2011, with reports suggesting her story was fabricated. 7. Drake. Drake underwent multiple paternity tests to confirm that he was the father of his son, Adonis. In 2017, Sophie Brusso, a former adult film star and artist, gave birth to Adonis on October 11, coincidentally Drake's birthday. Initially, Drake and his team denied the claims. He had doubts given Adonis blonde hair and blue eyes, traits which were very unlike Drake's. So he underwent 2 DNA tests with different companies. These tests confirmed his paternity just a week before the release of his 2018 album Scorpion, where he acknowledged Adonis on tracks like March 14, rapping, "She not my lover like Billie Jean, but the kid is mine." He later embraced fatherhood publicly, sharing photos of Adonis on Instagram in March 2020. 8. Al Pacino. In 2023, at age 83, Al Pacino demanded a paternity test when his 29-year-old girlfriend, Noor Al-Fallah, announced her pregnancy. Pacino initially doubted he could be the father due to his age and requested a DNA test to confirm paternity. The test proved that he was indeed the father of the child, Roman Pacino, born in June 2023. 9. Chris Rock. Chris Rock underwent a paternity test in 2007 following a lawsuit filed by Callie Boyer, who claimed that Rock was the father of her then 13-year-old son Jordan, and sought child support and medical coverage. She alleged they had a brief relationship in 1993 after meeting at a Los Angeles nightclub when she lived in California. A court-ordered DNA test was conducted, which concluded that Rock was not the father and the case was dismissed. 10. Elvis Presley. In August 1970, a woman named Patricia Parker filed a paternity suit against Presley in Los Angeles Superior Court, claiming he fathered her son, Jason Peter Presley, following an alleged encounter in Las Vegas earlier that year. Parker, a 21-year-old waitress, presented a photograph of herself with Presley as evidence of their interaction, though Presley was known to pose with fans frequently, and he denied her claims. To resolve the matter, a judge ordered blood tests for Presley, Parker, and the child. The results, concluded by November 1971, excluded Presley as the father. The case dragged on for years, with Parker making repeated attempts to reopen it, but it was effectively settled in Presley's favor by March 1974, when a judge denied her motion for additional testing. After his death in 1977, numerous individuals claimed to be his illegitimate children, such as Desiree Presley, Deborah Presley, and Elvis Aaron Presley Jr., but no conclusive DNA evidence from Presley himself has substantiated these claims, as posthumous testing would require family cooperation or verifiable genetic material, neither of which has been definitively provided in these cases. 11. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby underwent a paternity test in 1997 related to a high-profile extortion case involving Autumn Jackson. Jackson, then 22, claimed to be Cosby's illegitimate daughter and, along with 2 associates, was convicted of attempting to extort $40 million from him by threatening to sell her story to tabloids. Cosby admitted to an affair with Jackson's mother, Shawn Upshaw, in the 1970s and had provided over $100,000 in financial support over the years, but he denied being Jackson's father. Following Jackson's conviction on July 1997 for attempting to blackmail Cosby, for which she was sentenced to 26 months in prison, Cosby voluntarily provided a blood sample for a DNA test. However, Autumn Jackson and Shawn Upshaw refused to participate in the testing. Since Jackson and her mother declined to provide samples, the results of Cosby's test alone could not conclusively resolve the matter. Judge was okay with Jackson's decision to not provide blood samples as she ruled that paternity was not a factor in the extortion charges. 12. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin underwent a paternity test in the form of blood typing during a highly publicized legal battle in 1943 to 1944. The case involved Joan Barry, a young actress with whom Chaplin had an on-and-off relationship from 1941 to 1942. Barry claimed that Chaplin was the father of her daughter Carolyn, which Chaplin denied, claiming that their relationship had ended well before the child's conception. Barry filed a paternity suit against Chaplin in California in June 1943, seeking child support and alleging he had promised to marry her. To resolve the paternity question, blood tests were conducted in December 1943 on Chaplin, Barry, and the child. At the time, DNA testing didn't exist, and blood typing was the preferred form of paternity test. The results scientifically excluded Chaplin as the biological father. Despite this clear evidence, the blood typing was ruled inadmissible in court and it ordered him to pay child support until Carol Ann turned 21. Chaplin didn't appeal the ruling, possibly to avoid further scandal. 13. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has undergone paternity tests twice. First one was in 1991, when Natalie Fears filed a $12 million paternity and palimony suit against Tyson in Los Angeles Superior Court, claiming he fathered her son, D'Amato Tyson, born in May 1990 and named after Tyson's mentor, Cus D'Amato. Tyson initially supported Fears, providing around $1.5 million in cash, cars, and jewelry, and didn't challenge paternity until the lawsuit. Blood tests were conducted in connection with the suit, which showed Tyson was not the father. Tyson faced another paternity claim with Kimberly Scarborough, who gave birth to a daughter, Mikey Lorna Tyson, on July 31, 1990. Initially, Tyson resisted acknowledging paternity and even suggested an abortion, but Scarborough proceeded with the pregnancy. When Mikey was 8 months old, Scarborough sued Tyson in New York Family Court. A paternity test confirmed Tyson as the father in March 1991. A settlement was reached whose terms were never disclosed. Tyson later became more involved in Mikey's life. 14. Larry Birkhead. Larry Birkhead underwent a paternity test in 2007 to establish that he was the biological father of Danielyn Hope Marshall Birkhead, the daughter of the late Anna Nicole Smith. The dispute arose after Smith gave birth to Danielyn on September 7, 2006, in Nassau, Bahamas, and listed her partner, Howard K. Stern, as the father on the birth certificate. Birkhead, a photographer and Smith's former boyfriend, contested this, asserting he was the true father. Following Smith's death on February 8, 2007, from an accidental drug overdose, the paternity case intensified, involving multiple claimants, including Stern, Frederick Prinz von Anhalt, and others. Birkhead filed a lawsuit to establish paternity, and a Bahamian court ordered DNA testing. On April 10, 2007, the results were revealed, confirming with 99.99% certainty that Birkhead was Danielyn's father. 15. Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone underwent a paternity test in the early 1990s related to a child he initially believed might be his. In 1993, Stallone had a brief relationship with model Janice Dickinson, during which she became pregnant. Dickinson claimed Stallone was the father, and he accepted responsibility at first, forming a bond with the child, a daughter named Savannah, born in 1994. However, a paternity test later revealed that Stallone was not the biological father. This outcome reportedly caused him significant emotional distress, as he had already developed an attachment to the child. That is it. Thank you for watching. Check out other videos from this channel. Please press like and share on this video and don't forget to press the subscribe button. Until next time.